Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about where I've been for the last 4 weeks, and yes, I am in my pyjamas because I've just got out the shower, and yes, it's all Harry Potter, and I've got my Harry Potter mug as well. I don't know why I do, it's a new thing that I do to the dog, so I sort of do it everywhere now. Right, so a major trigger warning. I'm sorry if you hear my dog in the background. She's been an absolute pleb today, and she wants to get up on the bed. Help yourself, love. Help yourself. So, about 4 weeks ago, I was admitted to a psychiatric hospital in Swindon, which is quite far away from my home. The reason being is that I hung myself. I was found unconscious, and probably if left a couple of minutes more, I would have been dead. Paramedics arrived. They said, no, you are going to hospital. One of the paramedics were ringing up the mental health services, and they were actually looking for a bed, which if you are sort of involved in the mental health teams, you will know that if they're looking for a bed, that means that, whoa, it's serious. Or not serious, but they're like concerned. But so I was taken to a general hospital, and they basically checked me over and did all that. So I'd stay overnight as well, right in front of the nurse's desk, so they could stare at me while I sleep. And I know that I snore in my sleep, so that should have been really fun for them. The next day I was transferred to Swindon, which was an hour and a half away. So the first thing they do is they take all your bags and they search for everything, so you're not allowed shoelaces. They literally took my socks away at one point. Which I'm still not sure why, but they took my socks away, so yeah. Thankfully I have been in this situation a couple of times before, so I sort of knew, what was going to happen. And yeah, I wasn't in a good place, but I didn't really understand that I wasn't in a good place because my bipolar. I have bipolar type 1, so I'm not really. It's classed as more serious, so I should be taking my meds. And in February, because I felt absolutely fine, I stopped taking my medication. So I take a lot of medication, and I stopped taking it. Yes, I'm a fool, I'm an idiot, I'm an absolute moron for stop taking it, yeah, yeah, so I had a couple of incidents in Applewood, just to say, people who think it is a luxury to be in there, have a look. Everything is bare because they don't want you to do anything, like harm yourself. So that is why it is literally like nothing's there. I had a couple of instances. I slit my throat. I also started doing headbanging. I have like a couple of scars still there. But one of the headbanging, it caused me to have neurological issues temporarily. And the doctor came round and looked and called an ambulance because she said, I think you have a bleed on the brain. And I was like, oh shit. So I had to have a head scan and was in hospital until 3 o'clock in the morning. Thankfully it wasn't, it was just concussion. So that's, good. But I think I did it the next day. So I didn't learn my lesson. No, I did not learn my lesson at all. So yeah, I just stayed there, took my meds, did whatever they wanted me to do. After about 2.5, 3 weeks, I was transferred to the nearest psychiatric hospital to me, and I don't understand is that they give you everything, your shoelaces, your whatever, Applewood took away, they gave me. So I was like, okay, thank you very much. I wasn't going to do anything with it, but I did find that a bit odd. And I was there for a while. And can we just talk about hospital food, because it is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. No taste whatsoever. Mac and cheese every day was one of the options, and it did not taste of cheese or anything. And what I also forgot to say is that in Applewood I was restrained a lot, and I actually rang the police on one of the staff because he was sort of doing this. He was like, ooh, and he actually bent it completely backwards. So I actually rang the police on him. Yeah, what can I say? It's not nice being restrained, and I don't think they find it nice either. But I guess if they feel that you need to be, then you need to be. And it's not glamorous, and there is you. Most of the patients in there were actually bipolar, so we also had an understanding of each other, which was sort of nice in a way, because we all knew what each other was going through. But in the new unit, I asked for discharge because I was like, I really just want to go home. And they're like, oh, I've got to leave it for a while. And yeah, they discharged me. I was like, whoa. So it was really hard in there because obviously I didn't see my son where COVID-19 is in place. I wasn't allowed to see my son for a month because of COVID, which is really difficult because he is 7 months old now. And obviously you can see him on FaceTime and that, but it's not the same. So I think the lesson that I learned was take my damn medications, which I am now, which is why I'm fine. And I keep saying to people, I'm fine now because I'm taking my medication. Which, yeah, bipolar sucks. Psychiatric hospitals should not be romanticized. People are like romanticizing them, and I'm just like, why? Why do it? Because you know what? They're not nice places. It's boring. There's nothing to do. People get in fights. I smacked a girl by 30 minutes like this. Okay, little light shining in your eyes. Okay, when you're trying to sleep, that's not nice. Having to ask to go to a shower, that's not nice. Being looked at everywhere, that's not nice. Being in a psychiatric hospital, that's not nice. So please can people learn this? Also, bipolar sucks.